Foreman was a tough cookie. James Foreman was the executive secretary of SNCC. Brilliant mind, brilliant organizer. He ran that office incredibly efficiently, you know. And we're talking about managing a lot of very strong personalities. So Foreman was one of the people I drove to Atlanta from my first entry, and from Birmingham. I had James Foreman, I had Danny Lyon, the SNCC photographer, and Julian Bond, the director of communications at that point. And we're all driving to Atlanta. And this is the first time I've had this car loaded, you know, with that many people. And Foreman himself, you know, was a very bulky, big figure. Would have been tough, but with all those other people, and the VW is not a very powerful car. And so I'm following behind this farm truck, and it's going really slow. So I said, all right, I can pass this guy. So I went around to pass him, and there's this semi coming at me, and I'm saying, come on, bug, you know, like crank it out there. And I barely managed to get in there before the semi comes swooping by. And so I said, holy shit, I mean, wiping out the leadership of a major civil rights organization would not have been a good way to begin my career as a freedom fighter. So we get to Atlanta, and Foreman, you know, who is I say was a genius, and he's not one to suffer fools lightly. And he had a whole arsenal of like really heartfelt sighs and disgusting looks and sneers and contempt oozing from him. And so he was quite an intimidating figure. And he says, all right, now you want to clean up the office? And I said, sure. So I took out the garbage and straightened out. And he says, and he had some work to do. So I says, well, you know, can I drive you to wherever you want to go home? He says, okay. He says, you can come back, stay in the office if you want. I said, cool, good deal. So we're driving down, you know, to his home, and then he looks at me, and you know, and I can feel the contempt, you know, oozing out of him. And he, in his most, you know, demeaning voice, he says, hey man, he says, what are you? He said, you one of them humanitarians? And I said, no sir, I'm a Sokuseki Buddhist. You know, I just made that up. It makes no sense. It means instant Buddhist. And so I was rewarded by stunned silence for the rest of the trip. Like, what the hell is that? You know.